of getting out of my own way. It's this idea that when, depending on how I get involved in my own life, that I think the majority of mistakes that I have made in my life have been in the ways in which I have done too much, or I've obstructed my own path, or I have muddied up the waters in my for myself, rather than helped be in the zone, show up as who I really am, and just let things flow, right? So there's kind of we could put most people's life philosophies and approaches in two main camps. One is you got to get out there and you got to make things happen. You got to push when there's discomfort, ignore it, soldier through. If you create a goal, you need to do everything you can to achieve it, even if you change your mind about that goal, even if that goal sometimes seems out of whack. You just go, 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 and you'll get to the top of some mountain. And we'll see what it's like when we get there. And then there's another camp, which is you may have ideas about your life, you may have certain directions and goals you set, but ultimately there's kind of this element of mystery. You can start going towards a destination, you may end up somewhere totally different. And you can have goals and you can have ambition, which can be really great. But ultimately, you don't know what kind of the mystery of life, where it's going to take you. Obviously, I am more in the second camp. But the way that I got to the second camp was I did a lot of the first camp and realized that it didn't really work. That normally, when I would try to make something happen, I would sort of, I don't know, like become a denser, more drugged down version of myself. I would be less attractive, less magnetic to people, less just in the zone, not as much the main character of my life, and would sort of just kind of get lost in the fog, right? And so what I realized was the more that I just kind of trusted gut instinct and went with that, I feel like doing this right now, I'm going to do it. Okay, I've done that. What else should I do? Okay, I feel like doing this, I'm going to do it. I feel like doing this, now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do this. And just throwing myself again and again without really thinking about it into doing what speaks to me. Okay, time to do this, time to do this activity. However mundane, however nonsensical, listen to music, do this, do that. The more I just kind of went with what was enjoyable to do. So not what was escaping from pain, but was pulling me into inspiration and excitement and passion. The more I sort of did that, the more I would kind of not second guess myself. And the less I even ever had any ability, any opportunity, any gaps in between activities to second guess myself, the more things just flowed. And the more I ended up in really amazing, rewarding relationships, the more I found what I was going to be doing in my life. Not to say that there haven't been challenges, but the more enjoyable those challenges would be, the more I would figure out fitness, the more I would feel good about myself, and the more things would just kind of blend together in just this perfect flow where I'm just kind of in the river of my life and I'm flowing and I'm not thinking too much about it, and I'm just enjoying it. And before long, really good things were happening. I started doing solo travel trips. I learned Spanish. I can speak it. I'm going to go on a trip soon where I have a buddy that is from Spain, where he knows a bit of English, but we trade off speaking Spanish and English because I know that. I've gotten to date amazing people that have just inspired me and excited me. I've gotten to coach amazing clients. Coaching was something I didn't know was a thing, and I just sort of stumbled into it. I actually was in a workshop that I was a student in, where we were just doing an exercise for a sales conversation, and it was just a drill, and it was just like experimenting with a certain service, and I was playing around with this idea of coaching, and we did this exercise where we sat there and asked just a few questions about the person's situation, etc. And at the end of it, at the end of the drill, the person that I was working with, she said, yeah, so I'd love to work with you. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess that's her, wrapping up the end of the drill. And she was like, no, can I actually hire you? And this gal got to go on to, I was helping her in dating, in her relationships. And she went on to, she was not quite middle-aged, but, getting there, fresh out of a divorce. She ended up moving out of the South to the Southwest, I should say. And now lives on a huge ranch with this guy in the Bronco riding Hall of Fame, right? So anyway, that's just a little story of a little mini anecdote about this idea of, can I just, maybe my body needs me to give it something, for example, that, I'm all bent up in shape about. Maybe I vowed I'm going to be anti-caffeine, and I have some philosophy about it. And maybe my body's just saying, have a cup of coffee. Maybe I just have that cup of coffee and see what happens, right? It's just that idea of, maybe it's not the time really to go for a jog, but what if I just go for a jog? Obviously, not doing anything that puts our livelihoods in jeopardy, but just this idea of, can I just start kind of living my life, not second guessing it, and just being engaged. And this idea of I am, that I talk about, of because I am, because I exist, everything's achieved. It's this way of letting your egoic mind, which is a very useful mind. It helps us plan and plot and get to places, get to meetings on time and things like that. It gets to put our ego at ease because we go, oh, because I am, everything's okay. So it gets the ego to calm down. And it gets us to just be in that flow, right? So the idea is, the word water won't get you wet. The experience of it does, right? So I'm talking about concepts, but really more so than concepts, communicating to your logical mind through these videos how to potentially make a switch where you could start living in that flow, where you're just enjoying your life and you just have a consistent certainty because you're never doing anything that would lead you to doubt it. And you're getting to let go as well of negative beliefs as you go that get in the way. And I haven't really mentioned this in my videos, but I'm not only NLP certified, I'm master NLP certified, right? So when I help my clients, you can think of it as, I have a master level certification in helping people release limiting beliefs. That's really what NLP certifications are for. So I obviously love helping with that, but these ideas are more so about having you make this switch where you know thyself and you're good and you're flowing with it and you're not concerned about uncertainty. Uncertainty is enjoyable. The challenges are enjoyable, etc. And you know who you are. So this is the art of getting out of your own way. I hope you really enjoyed this, guys. If you want to work with me, check out the links below. You can always shoot me a message and reach out if you're wanting to know more directly from me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it today, guys. It's about, can I just get out of my own way? Can I just cut the crap and just live, just I am it. Can I just live from I am, and that's it, and just jump in that current, and the water's a little icy cold, and wakes you up and clears your head, and you just get to just flow right down it as fast as you like, and get absorbed in your life. So anyway, guys, I'm Ian McMinn. As I said, Path to I Am, art of getting out of your own way. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you so much.